Happy New Year, y'all. So I am trying a couple new things. One of them being that I started this Substack today. And that is thanks to Dr. Robin Wright, who is my chair of my dissertation in my 2017 dissertation. And she has been reading my blog and she says, you know what, it'd be really great if you put it on Substack. So I'm going to try it out. Had a little bit of a learning curve to figure out that I needed to do a subscription, I don't know what it's called, in order to create kind of my own welcome and content. So I figured that out. Google is a wonderful tool, and here I am. So I just wanted to jump on here quickly and say Happy New Year. And also, if you're new to some of my work, if you follow me on Instagram, you can kind of go back and see some of the things that I've done. But my research interest is Black female identity development. And with that, it's been a long time coming. 2017, again, I finished my dissertation and I was driving one day. I don't know if it was September. I think it was like September or before. But if I look back, and I've been looking back because, this is a reflective period for many coming into a new year, I have notes on this from years ago that I needed to move in this direction. And I'm stubborn, y'all. I won't say I'm stubborn. I will say that I get distracted by life. So one of my intentions moving into this year is that life is going to life. It's going to do what it's going to do. And the way 2025 is starting out, here we go, right? So life is going to life. It's going to do what it's going to do. But I think one of the objects and missions in our lives while we're here on this planet is to not let those extraneous variables impact our purpose walk. So whatever come what may this year, I need to stay focused on what I am created to do. As my friend Dr. Micah Beeston says, keep the main thing the main thing. And one of those main things was driven by my research in female identity development and online learning spaces, particularly for women of the African Diaspora. So Black women across the globe. And I am excited because I will be launching a 3D Power Collective with women of African Diaspora coming soon. So if you identify as a woman of African Diaspora, go to the link. Hopefully I can tag that in this video. We'll see how this goes. I think you can add content. You can post a video and then add content after that. We'll find out. If not, I'll give you some more info. You can follow me, go to my website or look at my Instagram and you'll be able to find it there. But 3D Power Collective Interest Survey, because part of my work is centering our voices. We are often silenced, right? We often erased, often made to feel invisible. So one of the things that I love is holding space for people, particularly those from historically minoritized groups. And that, my focus is going to be us as Black women. So hearing from you and hearing what it is that you need, again, if you follow me, values, strengths, and needs are very powerful to me. VSNs, as I call them. So looking at your values, strengths, and your needs. We're going to be really talking about identifying what those are. A few years ago, I was leading a retreat, and my therapist was like, when are you going to start doing the work you do with your clients? And I said, ma'am, if I had pearls on, clutch my pearls, right? She came for my neck. And that was a pivotal moment for me because as I was leading the retreat, I sat and we all went to our rooms and we did some independent work, reflection work based on the guides that I developed. And then we came together in what I call harvesting that information. And as I reflected, a lot came up for me. And there was a healing that happened for me along with the other individuals in that group. And that gave me permission to sit in it more. Again, that I get really distracted by what's going on in life and being other focused instead of focusing and going inward. It gave me the invitation I needed, particularly as a Black woman, to go inward. So I'm continuing on that journey. I say when I left public education in 2021, that it was the year of liberation, and I'm still running that thing out in 2025. So what I'm hoping is that you join me. If you're a Black woman, woman of the African Diaspora, for this 3D Power Collective, we're going to be looking at things in terms of curiosity cards that I've developed. And I call myself a perpetual toddler because I ask a lot of questions. And side note, I am reading now The Garden Within by Dr. Anita Phillips. And let me find out that I found someone that ask as many questions as I do. And she's also, she's a licensed clinical social worker. So in psychology, when you're doing, going through that practice, I remember being in class and doing my clinical part, and my professor was like, stop stacking your questions, because I would ask a question, I would ask another question. I wouldn't allow the client to answer the first question. And part of that was because I didn't think my question was clear enough, or I didn't want to wait and give the pause needed. But there are some really good questions. And part of what I say is like doing the why. So 5 whys gets you to the root of the problem. So Dr. Anita Phillips, kudos to you, because you ask a lot of really good questions to get to the root. And if we can tap into our curiosity, that's one of my core values, tapping into your curiosity, all of that which we have as a kid, right? Think about how curious kids are, and they ask why all the time. And our job as adults is to come up with the perfect answer, so they stop asking why. And that gets to the root. It satiates them. That is what the work that we need to do. Getting curious about our own individual selves, going inward to our own interior lives. And that healing that we do is going to inform the collective work. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited that we can be in a shared space, and especially what's coming. We don't know what's coming this year, but having a community, a true sisterhood community, is going to be key. And if you don't fall into that identity group, what I also did, right? I created this Substack. We're going to see how it goes, to really provide support for you too. If you go to my website, you can also connect with me if you need to do reverse mentorship or coaching, or if you need someone to give you a pep talk, we can schedule that time. If you're really stuck in this transition and you're like, I don't know what to do, hit me up and I can help you process. Again, I am one that's going to do that interrogation, ask you some questions. I don't stack them anymore. Ask some questions and allow you to ruminate over that and help you unlock what's always been inside of you. It's always been there. Sometimes you need to give yourself permission to just sit and be still and have a thought partner. And so I would love to be that with you. I love doing that work. I love doing healing circle work to repair harm that's been done, to really, again, hold space, and not only holding space for people when they're trying to figure out what's happening, right, in their lives. So this is individually or collectively, and they're naming harm. There's a power in just naming it, right? Because it allows us, if we get to the root, to figure out the solution so that we can move forward and restore and repair and heal. And it's a journey, but I'd love to partner with you on that journey. So if you're interested, please connect with me. I'm going to hopefully put this in the Substack. Wish me luck. And I will see y'all. I'm going to post here weekly. I'm going to give you some of my ideas, my ideations. If you subscribe, I have resources and tools that I love and I use regularly with my clients that help them to unlock another level of their understanding about themselves and how they see themselves in relationship to the world and how they can build better communities. So if you're interested in that, please connect, subscribe, and tell a friend. Tell your peers, tell your colleagues, and I'm here to support you. I'm here to learn from you as well. So if you know of any people that you follow that you're like, man, you know what? She really loves bell hooks. Sure do. I'm going to put the link, hopefully, to where I got this sweatshirt. She was a big pivotal part of my dissertation and teaching your transgress. When you read something that changes your life, that was a thing that started unlocking something in me. So going from bell hooks and then James Baldwin and Eddie Glaude and Ta-Nehisi Coates, and thinking about all these people that really unlocked something in me, co-author Riley. These are the things that I'll be sharing, giving some insights, some wisdom, and helping you come along on a journey with me. So I'm excited to learn from you. I'm excited to grow with you. I'm excited to build a community where we can just be, we can just have a levity sometimes. We can also lament when is needed. But at the end of that lamenting, at the end of the gnashing of teeth or whatever it is, that we are still going to find our way to victory, that we're still going to find our way to liberation. Because as we do the unfolding process, it's going to help others do the same thing. Ask me how I know. When you do your own work and not focusing on the other person, when you do your own work, it liberates you and it unlocks something in the other person to do the same thing. So focus on you. This is a year to be selfish. And I don't mean that in a sense of being like, whatever, I'm going to do what I want to do and forget everybody else. Being selfish about you coming to grips with what it is that you need, understanding what it is that you value so that you can keep that internal compass, what your strengths are. Dr. Byron McClure, another Black school psychologist, talks about it's not what's wrong with you, it's what's strong with you. So we can learn about what our strengths are and play to our strengths, and then also nourishing our needs. So as a Black woman in particular in this country, we have not been afforded the ability to really say, these are the things that I need and I deserve them because I'm human. So there's basic universal needs. Those are things that we can unlock and untap together. And once you have those values, strengths, and needs, and you have them set and you know them for yourself, go to my website under About and you can see what mine are. It gives you such a clarity about what's for you and what's not for you, right? So as we learn more about ourselves and grow, I'm just excited that this ripple effect will happen and it's going to liberate us all, y'all. So I'm excited. I'll see y'all soon and have a great weekend.